Hey guys, it's Scrappinkaty, and today is day 5 of the best of 30 days of sketches from Christy's Beautiful Life. And today I'm going to share a layout using triangles.
Here is a look at the sketch for day 5. The sketch comes from Susan Stringfellow for Sketch Savvy, and that was also yesterday's sketch as well. So right off the bat, let's talk about the elements that I like, because I usually like doing that. I love the series of stacked triangles at the top and the bottom. And then I love that the photos are 3x4 and they're coming kind of off of the left side. And then of course the little tags and everything tucked in behind, and then the oversized title. So let's take a look at what I've pulled for this layout. I have some mix-ins. These are just papers that go with the current Close to My Heart paper. I've already cut an 8x8 square. I have a few 4x4 and then one tiny 2x2. And these are going to be the triangles. And then I'm going to be building everything on this kind of column or pad. One side is white and then one side's always distressed. So I think I am going to use the white side. And then I've pulled some photos. I've already matted these, not only with a white photo mat, but also with a black photo mat. And then instead of the 3x4s, I did a collage of a bunch of the other photos so it could fit on one page. And so I have 2 3x4s and a 4x4 photo. So let me clear my desk and then we can start cutting those triangles. So for the 8x8, I am just going to line up a corner on my trimmer and the opposite corner and cut. Again, you'll kind of need to know your trimmer. My trimmer cuts right on this steel bar. So I've got that, and then I'm going to cut those 4x4s. Not really sure what I'll be using quite yet. I have something in mind, basically just by looking at the sketch and the different shading that's there that kind of signifies you know, some patterns matching on the top and the bottom. And then the other good thing is these pattern papers are two-sided, so I'm kind of getting double my money there. And then this last one is this cute little heart, and I'm trying to think. I think since the hearts are going all different directions, it's not going to matter. I don't know what the deal is with my cutter. Yeah, so probably like that. Okay, so we've got those cut. And then really I can just bring that base page back in and we can at least get those penciled in. So I do think I'm going to turn this upside down. And that sketch has a real wide part on the bottom. And so I think I'm just going to let that signify that one. And then we've got this, which it looks like I'm going to be trimming that down. I can tell right away. Probably needed to have cut a 6-inch instead of an 8-inch. So let me do that right quick. So I cut 1.5 inches just off the longest. I am going to bring in my Versamat because I'm going to want these triangles centered when I get ready to adhere them down. So the Versamat helps me because if I have, you know, like almost 2 inches there and almost 2 inches there, it's going to help me line that up. Except, you know, this appears to be the center, but it is not. Right on the edge of this is the center. Okay, a slight change of plans. I'm going to actually remove the base at the moment, and that's going to allow me to glue these together. And then I can just kind of trim them. And again, the majority of these just are the other side of the triangle that I cut. The biggest issue is going to be, you see how those lines aren't straight? So that's going to be the biggest issue. Is getting them all lined up. So I like that. And then we've got these. So let me go ahead and let's just trim off all of this excess. So let me line this up just so I can somewhat get in the middle. And so basically I am keeping this peak to the 6 inches. And that way it should line up somewhat. And so we've got another triangle right here. Again, I'm just repeating the colors that are at the bottom, at the top, just to kind of have some symmetry, even though the triangles are 2 different sizes. And then the last is this. So I've got to kind of, this one's going to be upside down. So I've got to kind of know what I'm working with here. And you notice I'm not doing a whole lot of taping, and that's because I want to be able to kind of rough these edges up to make them stand out. I could have inked on them, but I think just by kind of doing some edge distressing, either with my scissors or my fingernails, I think I can get what I want. So again, this one's going to be upside down, so I need to make sure my hearts, yes. So I'm just going to add just a little bit right there. It almost seems like a waste because that's so little, but we've got the black and the matte, and then I think part of my title is going to bring the black in. Okay, so I roughed up those edges. You can see those there. I'll do that bottom one here in just a second, but all you need to do is just use your fingernail. If you don't have nails, just use like a pair of scissors or something. But you know, this is one of the main reasons why I don't go tape all the way to the end, is so I can do stuff like this, and that creates a layer that I can tuck things in behind embellishment, since embellishing is usually the last thing I do. It's also the thing I labor over the most, and so that allows me to just kind of add embellishing as I go. So I'm just going to finish off these layers, and like I said, I will do that capri one probably right before I put it on the layout. So I'm trying to be careful because this little one is tiny. Okay, so we've got that, and let's just go ahead and I'll do some of it here, and then may have to do more of it once I get it adhered down. Just see how that just kind of adds some dimension. Just something other than ink distressing. I know you guys probably get tired of seeing the same old thing over and over and over again. Okay, so there are my triangles. Let's bring back my piece of paper here. So we are going to, in essence, glue this down, and then this one will be up here. And then our photos will go right here. The only thing is that I want that one on that side. Actually, I think I'm going to sandwich. I'm going to do a 3x4, a 4x4, a 3x4. And these, remember, they were layered up, and then they had tags and stuff sticking out from behind. So I think I'm going to bring that color in. And then I have a piece of cardstock. And the only reason I'm considering this is because see how he's got several different blues in his shirt? I usually don't try to do something as dark as this with black. But I think in this instance it'll look good because of the photos. So I think I'm going to do a little design change. So this little piece is actually going to be shorter than my whole photos. So I'm going to trim this down. And I did ink distress all of this, so I'm just gonna, that cut side, I'm going to go ahead and add some black ink to. I'm going to center this, I believe. So I'm going to go ahead and put this, I think I'm going to do it just a little bit down. And I did not add 3D foam tape to the very edge, and that way I can bring these photos in and just slide them underneath. So yeah, I think I am definitely liking this piece being shorter than my photos. If you recall, the sketch had a couple of tags, and so I pulled out some remnants from Candid Moments. And I think I'm going to use these. So there was one right there, and then there was one right there, and I can always cut those. And then my journaling is going to be strip journaling down here, so I'm thinking that I want some sort of bracket to kind of draw your attention to the journaling. So I've got that one. I wonder if there is, yeah. And then my title. So I have this. This is from Smarty Pants, which actually is going to retire in August. So sad. But I've got Ready to Learn as a title. And because this is all about learning who you are, or learning what's along the way, I'm kind of liking that. So I'm going to go ahead and stick that on my anti-static pouch so we can remove that adhesive. And then I like that there's little glasses. You know, he has glasses. So I think those glasses might be cute on one of those tags. So let me go ahead and cut this one. And then I can always save that for something else. So I like that. And then this one probably needs to be cut down here. Let's see if I can slide it under there. Yeah, so I like that. Of course, we will have to do something with those holes. You guys know me. No bare tag holes. It's so weird. I see them on other people's projects and they just look fine, but I just can't do it. Okay, I am pretty sure I'm going to do that, so I'm going to take off the backing of my 3D foam tape on this title. And then let's go ahead and adhere this down. I'm going to use liquid adhesive for this, just because it's a little more forgiving when I am trying to get it somewhere, like tucked in. So I like that. It's really quick drying, so I'm just going to hold it down just for a second. And then do the same on this one. Okay, so I think I'm going to take this away right now, and I'm going to go ahead and adhere these down. I'm actually going to start at the bottom, I think. Instead of those brackets, I found this. So I think I'm going to just kind of make my own bracket by cutting it apart. I love the look of the bracket. It's just, I really didn't pay close enough attention to where those brackets were going to end up. So by using this, I still get the bracket look, but it doesn't look like it's just all jam packed over here. The last thing I want to do is, you know, add those stickers. So I think I can do that there, and then maybe some acrylic shapes. We've got some blue hearts. This is from the Fresh Paint. And then let's stick this down with glue dots. So that is that. Let's take a look at this layout right quick and discuss the design elements. Again, I kept with the single row of photos, except I used 2 3x4s and a 4x4. And then I decided to shorten this little focal piece behind there and center it as well. Overall, I really like it. I'm so glad that this memory is documented. I'll leave links down below to all the girls playing along. Well, actually, no, because this time we are actually doing a playlist. So you will see a playlist linked down below to the best of 30 days of sketches, as well as a link to Christy's Facebook page where you can go and you can actually play along with us. You'll see all the sketches. You can create per that sketch and then add it to the album. I'll also leave links down to all the products that I used if you want to check those out. And as always, if you aren't already a subscriber, hit that subscribe button and sign up for notifications. And if you liked what you saw, please consider leaving a comment and a thumbs up. Thanks so much and have a wonderful weekend.